Good time of day, guys! My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Engage. Last episode, we did more support conversations, as I don't remember who I crossed off the list other than Chloe, because last episode was a few days ago for me now, or 2 days ago, I should say. And I recorded 3 episodes that day, so I don't know which ones I did. But here's the list of characters we have done now, and we still have quite a few left to go. So I think this episode we're going to start with Vander, because he has no overlap with the other thumbnail characters. So let's do this. Vander and Mavier A.
I have a request of you, Sir Vander.
A request? How intriguing. Let's hear it.
Would you tell me more of Queen Lumera?
Of Queen Lumera?
I wish to know as much as possible about the woman who died because of me.
So be it then. However, I have so many memories of Queen Lumera that it's difficult to pick one to share. Ah, yes, that's the one.
No, never mind, he picked one to share.
A piece of silverware, a fork, passed down the generations at Lithos Castle, was stolen.
Huh?
A search for the thief revealed the fork was taken by a lady-in-waiting. Before acting, I asked Queen Lumera how to deal with the thief. She said to do nothing at all.
Oh.
I said if the thief were not made an example of, then the guard's reputation would be tarnished. I was deeply troubled at the time.
What the fuck was that? I heard it sound like a cracking sound on my left, which is a wall. So that's a bad thing. I am deeply troubled at this time. Whatever, it's probably nothing. It's probably a bug hitting the wall or something.
The next morning, the fork had been returned to its proper place.
Cool.
I never learned why she stole the fork, or what she hoped to do with it.
Why is it a fork? Why?
But Queen Lumera understood the situation, and solved it without effort or intervention.
Why is the item a fork, though? To make it seem like petty theft, but still important?
That is the sort of person Queen Lumera was. Always kind.
About a fork.
Always striving for peace.
I mean, yeah, they did basically call it a family heirloom, but Christ.
She was a truly magnificent person. Loved and respected by one and all.
If only I could have known then the powerful regret that I would know today.
You protect people from harm.
It's okay.
You're carrying out her will, whether you intend to or not.
She's just vibing in heaven, you know?
I am happy that you feel that way, but I cannot yet agree. How different life might have been had I met someone like you much earlier.
It may be late, but we have met. And that means you're on the right path.
I fear that not everyone will accept who I am. Yet I swear to earn their trust as I've earned yours.
Without stealing a fork. Oh, you did worse than steal a fork. I guess that's the point. I guess this is the point that we're trying to imply here. That Mavier is accepted, even though he did much worse than steal a fork. Okay, sure. Okay, Vander and Linden A. Oh, I'm not that old, so I don't do that voice. I might look old, but I'm only 45.
Sir Linden, how has your work on rejuvenation magic gone since last we spoke?
The experiment failed dismally. I chalk it up to an error in the tome that first piqued my interest. A spell to restore lost youth sounded too good to be true, and so it was.
I see. How unfortunate.
Honestly, I found myself a little relieved.
Why is that?
I saw this movie the other day called Tangled. It appears that wanting to be young can actually plague one's mind and interests to become selfish and manipulative of others in their lives. That's very wise of you, Sir Linden. What? Why is it called Tangled, though? Well, we'll get into that another time.
I have been
Support
rewarded
conversation,
in
you know?
experience. The world needs mentors. As I set up my experiments, I recalled many times what you'd said to me. In my younger days, I learned so much of what I knew from the guidance of my elders. The idea of a world without such mentors in it began to frighten me a bit. Then too, growing older and losing my skills as a knight taught me a few things. Perhaps it's only at our age that we become capable of filling those roles.
Ah, you have finally seen the light. A shame there was no one to drill such sense into the scribe of that failed spell tome.
The error was quite shocking when I realized. Still, I reaped a bit of an unintended benefit.
Oh? Do tell.
Do you notice anything looking at me?
You do seem a tad more sprightly than when we last crossed paths.
I have moon shoes on. I'm going to the moon, Vander. Ah! Well, I guess Linden has left the party.
Very perceptive. In the course of my work, I did discover a minor ritual that helped ease my back pain.
Nice.
Thanks to that, I feel fit as a fiddle.
Is this true?
Do I detect a hint of interest? Has a certain someone's back been bothering him?
I was reluctant to admit it, but yes, you have the right of it.
Well then,
Was it magic or
stay very
ibuprofen?
still, Vander, and I'll prepare the ritual for you as well. After all, mentoring the younger generations will be easier if you're in shape for it.
I am 45.
Leave it to an
I'm not that
Illusian
old.
sage to find success even in failure.
You flatter me, sir. Now, let's show those fresh-faced soldiers what a few old fogies can do.
All right, sure. All right, that's that. Now Vander and Goldmary A, because why not?
Have a look at this, Vander.
I see you have made good use of my lace. That is a fine accessory.
I'm sorry if your craftsmanship is overshadowed by my grace in wearing it.
You have no shortage of self-esteem, I must say.
Is anyone gonna knock you off your high horse? Well, I wouldn't want it to be me, so.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I suppose you should. Confidence is a good trait. You have the right attitude.
If to a cartoonish degree.
Thank you very much.
Like the rest of us, so really one of us had to be like you.
If it's not too much trouble, Vander, could I ask something of you?
What is it?
You said knitting is a way to occupy your hands while your mind does its work.
The cinematography in this could be a little bit better instead of having it pan with this spike in front of her face.
I wonder if
Put the
you'd like
camera on
to
me, damn it.
put some of that work toward me.
What?
How do you mean?
I'm asking you to teach me how to knit.
Don't you already know?
I think it would make a wonderful addition to my ever-broadening array of talents.
Grant me the patience. I have no idea how I ever perceived you as humble.
Am I asking for too much? I'm sorry.
I shall teach you what I know. I am interested to see what you can do.
Oh, thank you.
Camera
I
on me.
really appreciate
Move
it.
your fucking shoulder.
In
No.
return, of course, you'll have the
not my
pleasure
fault.
of my scintillating conversation.
Why did we wear our battle uniforms in these support conversations anyways? Shouldn't it be contextual? Where's my ridiculous-looking warped dress? Your what?
Before long, you'll be wondering how you ever managed to do all that knitting alone.
You really are something else. Your confidence comes paired with a brazen tongue. You simply say whatever you think.
She truly does. Crazy to think you used to be our enemy.
Yet, it is a trait that does make conversation with you enjoyable, I must admit. Very well. It is always nice to talk. Perhaps we will have a good bit of fun.
I'm confident we will.
Alright, that was certainly a Goldmary support conversation. Moving on, Vander and Pandreo.
Vander. Mustn't let those young folks show you up.
Vander, what's going on? Is this a training technique you learned in Lethos?
No, it's nothing. Now, go away.
Shoo, young child. I'm like 24, I think? How old am I? How should I know?
Oh, I was just checking in as a friend. Sorry to disturb you.
Vendreo, wait. I was trying to learn how to dance.
Nice.
Oh, okay. You're learning how to dance. Wait a minute. Learning how to dance?
The Divine Dragon?
Yes.
But I thought you had a bad back.
Well, Lyndon performed a ritual on me. Holy shit! Support conversation continuity? Yup, we had a branching path here. If you had done this one first, then I wouldn't be dancing. I'd be at the party boogieing down, and I would have injured myself horrifically.
Shut up, will you? I'm trying to understand what the young people get out of it.
Sorry, I'll stop doing bits, Vander.
But these motions are beyond me. I feel young, but my body has no such delusions.
Well, maybe if we didn't have, these support conversations in our battle outfits, But I like this outfit. It's very cool. How are you expecting to dance in... Shut up, will you?
It's just that you're not used to it. Anyone can learn with a little practice.
In that case, I suppose I'll keep at it.
There's many ways to dance also. You could do square dancing. You could do, I don't know. Old people have to dance. Who else is gonna listen to country music?
You're nothing if not steadfast.
Luke Combs.
I admire that.
Walker Hayes, Bailey Zimmerman, Morgan
Is that one of
Wallen.
those ironic compliments
I don't fucking know.
young people enjoy so much?
I don't understand why people like any of that fucking trash. Every single one of their songs I've ever heard is so just fucking bad.
No, really. Though you and I are from different generations, we share beliefs as holy men. I think learning from each other's experiences can only benefit us both. Like with the stories you told at my party. I really appreciated hearing them.
I am always glad to impart what I have learned.
Where do you learn all the things you know, Vander? Oh, from country music. No!
Let
We're
us
not doing this
continue
bet.
teaching each other. For the church's future, and indeed, the world's.
Agreed.
To that end, I will master this dance, so that I may boogie down at your next party. Hup!
Those are squats, sir.
My back!
I'll go get Lyndon.
Oh, sweet mother of... How is it bent like that?
And we fancy like ibuprofen in my veins. Lyndon! Alright, Vander and Saphir A. The final Vander conversation.
Vander!
Though he'll probably
My
still have
knitting
screen time.
project's
He's
all
Vander.
done.
Finally finished, have you?
Another
it's just
knitting
a little
support.
drawstring pouch, but came out pretty good, didn't it?
Stitches are straight, loops consistent. This is well made. Clearly the result of your hard work and determination. Fantastically done.
I have to say, once I got into a rhythm with it, knitting was really calming, like meditation. I get what you meant now, about how you see this like another kind of training. I'm grateful to you for teaching me, Vander. To show my appreciation, I made you this. Nothing too fancy, just a little something extra I threw together.
Ah, a scarf.
Huh.
The pouch was excellent on its own, but to make this too, and so quickly, I'm impressed.
Rhodian Knights hate to quit, but we love to learn. Gotta put in the work to be the best.
I see. However, you should know that, good as you are, you will not surpass my skill easily.
Oh,
Got a long way to go for that, I know.
In all seriousness, perhaps you and I should train together.
Train?
I will teach you more about knitting, and you will show me some of your combat techniques.
Now you're speaking my language.
I want to be a good unit.
Yeah, I love that. I'm sure there's a lot we can learn from each other.
Alright. And that's it for Vander. Goodbye, Vander. See you never. So that didn't cross anyone else off the list, right? Lyndon or John or anyone? John? John wasn't there. Okay, if I remember correctly, I think Louis was almost done. Yep, okay, Louis and Zelkov, A.
Where are you going, Zelkov?
Fuck.
Regrettably, I cannot stay for tea this time. There is work to be done.
That's a shame. In that case, are there any chores I might take care of for you? I could have your place tidied by the time you finish your work.
As I've told you, Louis, I have no desire to be cared for.
That was just
You'll
support.
have to forgive me. I can't help but feel the need to look after you. I credit this instinct to your strong resemblance to my brothers.
I had a younger brother, long ago.
Oh?
Not only a brother, in fact, a family.
Oh?
They were killed.
Zelkov lore. Suddenly.
My condolences.
I am uncertain exactly why, but drinking tea with you reminds me of them. It is painful to remember that what is lost can never be regained. But the tea is lovely.
Aw.
Ah, Zelkov.
How foolish of me. Please forget what I've said.
I intended to make it to the end of this game a mysterious figure who does not seem to have a backstory to speak of, and simply speaks like this out of, I don't know, wanting to fuck with people, I guess. Wanting to fuck with people. But, shit, oh well, dead family, I guess.
I will not, I think.
Who the fuck said Demon Slayer? Kill that man. Mods, kill him. Zelkov is a fucking streamer.
I shall await your return with a freshly brewed pot of tea.
Chat, what is the meaning of this item?
Hopefully that will entice you to return.
You are a strange one. But if you insist on waiting around for me, then the least I can do is enjoy the tea.
I'll hold you to that. Now then, off you go.
Farewell.
I'm so fucking funny, y'all. It's unreal. It's unreal how funny I am. I just keep on getting funnier every single day, no matter what. Alright. Louis and Pandreo, A. This was the one with a shit ton of homoerotic tension, right? Or was that a different one?
Oh, sorry, Louis. I didn't see you there. I get very focused when I'm praying.
Kiss me, damn it.
Never fear.
What?
I had hoped not to disturb you.
Did you have a question? I've already told you all the good observing spots I can think of.
The what?
No, there is something else on my mind today. I thought I might ask you to say a prayer for my mother.
Louis lore.
Forgive me if I'm misremembering, but I thought your mother passed away.
You recall correctly. I was very young then and too devastated to do anything but take each day as it came.
You can't pray for someone who's dead? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go to my local church during congregation and tell them all, Jesus is dead, why are you praying for him? He's not gonna come back.
Though it embarrasses me to admit that it's taken so long to realize this, I don't believe I ever gave my mother a proper send-off amidst all the tumult.
I see.
My family were never very deeply religious, you see.
Same.
No offense intended.
Oh, none taken. Religious or not, you wish her a peaceful rest. I respect that. I'm sure she will be glad to hear that from her place in the heavens.
Thank you, Pandreo.
Are you sure I'm the right messenger, though? A man of the cloth I may be, but I'm not what most would call conventional. You don't think someone else might be more suitable?
You know, I feel like out of every character's quirk and any lines that characters repeat, outside of battle lines, like, remember to counter how I brought up, hey, someone should make a counter for freaking oh, including the ones I say? How many times does Pandreo say, I'm a man of the cloth? It's gotta be at least a dozen, right? It's ridiculous. It's probably the most spoken phrase, other than Divine One.
No, my choice is deliberate. If someone is going to give her a memorial service, I would prefer it to be a dear friend.
Gotcha.
I swear they've said...
Well then, I'm happy to help.
I swear
you.
Pandreo has said that he's a man of the cloth more times than they've said Sombron's name
Let's
in this
pray,
entire
shall we?
game.
Our guiding soul, who art above.
That's probably not true, but either way.
Mother, may your soul find peace.
That was sweet. I know I keep on just doing bits and going ha ha ha, but I'm still paying attention, you know? Alright, Louis and Saphir, A. The final Louis conversation.
Oh, wow. This tea takes me back. Something about the taste, the smell. It's so familiar.
That is because I looked into what sorts of teas are popular around your hometown.
That explains it. But why go to the trouble? It's not like this tea is anything special compared to what you can get in Firene.
You carry with you painful memories that never fade, though you dearly wish they would. I have seen you struggle with these memories time and time again. Now, I cannot banish them for you. I haven't that sort of power. I suspect that no one does. But lately, I had a thought.
Lately, I've been...
Painful memories are not the only ones that can be tenacious.
I see what you're getting at. And you might be onto something. As soon as I tasted this tea, so many memories came rushing back. The field my friend and I raced through. The trees we sat under to talk and trade dreams. My father sailing off to fish. My mother's face while cooking dinner. 3 of us at the table. Happy times. I'd almost forgotten them, but they've always been there, haven't they?
Just so.
Maybe that's what I'll dream tonight. If I do, it'll be thanks to you.
I am glad to have been of service.
Something else to think about, Louis. These happy memories we've made together will stick with me forever, too.
I believe my memories of you will be equally long-lasting, Saphir.
I was very nice, but I didn't have any room for jokes, so, like, what am I... What do you want me to say? Anyways. Let's see. So we got 2 more from Pandreo, who we could finish, but what's going on with Saphir? Okay, also 3. We'll go with Pandreo, because he's funnier, so, yeah. And we need some funnies. Alright, Pandreo and Alchrist, A. These might be the final AUs, guys.
Your Highness.
Pandreo.
Yeah. I fucking knew he was gonna do that.
That party was amazing! I had such a fun time!
Legit?
I shouted until I was out of breath. I let my body dance and sway all on its own. And I had so much fun. This is what it's like to party. It feels as if I've crossed over into a new world.
Aw, yeah! Welcome to the wild world of parties.
No, Pandreo, you're killing his introversion.
Thank you for guiding me, Pandreo. I came very close to fleeing again. I started to dance and I felt so self-conscious. But then I saw you. Limbs flailing, torso twisting, dancing without a shred of shame. I suddenly felt this wave of relief. I cast aside my own hesitation and just danced. Thanks to your erratic and incomprehensible dance moves, I was finally able to enjoy myself.
Great.
You know, it's funny. My friends like to make fun of the way I dance. They call it the dance of darkness. But today, it was the dance of light, illuminating your soul like a big, bright torch.
Yes, that's exactly how it felt, Pandreo.
Fucking
Parties
nerd.
are so wonderful. I know we just left one, but can we go to another soon?
We'll go to as many as you like, bud. There's always another bash on the horizon.
So do all these parties include, like, the same people from any of Pandreo's supports that he gets them to also party? Fogado, Bune, Vander, Rosado.
Pandreo,
Vale, Alir.
Just let it out, Your Highness.
He's gonna do it again. I knew it. And here comes Pandreo. Well, that was something. Alright, Pandreo and Fogado. Time to end the Fogado depression arc.
Pandreo, I am ready to make a confession.
No, he's ending it for us.
Okay, I'm ready. What do you wish to confess?
Well, you see, I lied to my friend. To you.
Why are we I think this also happened with Vander and Goldmary earlier. Why are we having this in Alir's room?
Huh?
It's the war, Pandreo. I'm not sure we can win. Our enemies are getting stronger. I'm so worried for the future, I can barely sleep. The other day, when I told you I was distracted because of the party, that was a lie. I just couldn't stop thinking about all the people who could die on my watch.
Oh, buddy.
I'm not the happy-go-lucky guy you think I am. I know, it's my job to keep a smile on. I'm so damn scared, Pandreo.
Yo, they let Fogado drop a D-bomb? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I appreciate you telling me.
I'm saying this about him being terrified about war, but...
Only after pulling the wool over your eyes.
The fact that this is the most serious they've been about the war in this entire game is kinda something.
Nah, don't flatter yourself. I saw right through it.
You did?
Of course. How gullible do you think I am? I can tell when my friend's feeling blue. I'm not a prince, so I won't pretend I can fix it, or that I really know what you're feeling. But what I can do is promise that I'll always support you, as your retainer and your friend. So don't worry. Let me rephrase that. Worry to your heart's content. I'll still be here.
That's all I need.
Good. Because at the end of the day, that's all I can offer.
Huh. That's strange. My vision's gone blurry.
Hey. Crying's not allowed, you hear? Because if you do, I'm gonna.
Aw.
Nope, not crying. Not quite, at least.
Phew. You know, this reminds me. It was during a confession you told me you were the prince.
That's right. I used to go to your parents' church all the time. You and I were fast friends.
Had they not told us how they met yet?
And then you dropped that on me. Easily one of my top 5 most interesting confessions.
What else is up there?
I almost forgot to breathe. I was so shocked.
Well, you were looking for Panette. I had to tell you she'd become my sister's retainer.
How long ago was this?
And if you didn't know I was the prince, you wouldn't have bought it.
And the next thing you said was even more shocking. You turned to me and asked,
"How's a job as my retainer sound?"
That's right. That brings me back. The 7 most beautiful words I've ever heard. And as your retainer, I'm not just here for the highs, all right? I'm here for the lows, too. Whether you need a buddy on the dance floor or a shoulder to cry on, I can be that.
Thank you, Pandreo. I gotta say, I'm gladder than ever that I was so honest in my confession back then.
That was sweet. Alright, Pandreo and Seadoll A. I think Seadoll also goes to the parties, right? Actually, I could have sworn I've seen fan art of, like... Okay, quiet. I could have sworn I've seen fan art once of, like, Pandreo and most of his supports partying at the same time. I could have sworn I've seen fan art of that before. I'd have to see if I can find it again.
Pandreo?
Oh, hey, Seadoll. If you're trying to spring another lesson on me, I'm not interested.
After everything I taught you, your rhythm is still just so awful.
So, what? Did you come here only to insult me?
No, not at all. Honestly, I was just watching you dance, and I realized that I was wrong.
Huh?
Enjoying the dance. That's what's important. I decided to teach you because I thought you were having a hard time with it. That's how it looked anyway. But just now, you were dancing and loving it. I could see it.
I mean, yeah. I was having fun.
That's all that matters. If my master heard me now, he'd be angry with me. But it's something I needed to learn. Pandreo, I'm sorry I taught you not to enjoy dancing.
Listen, Seadoll. I just wanted to dance with you.
Really?
Yeah. And I still want to. It's just that your lesson wasn't really my style. What do you say? Want to give it another try?
I'd be happy to. Just dance to the beat of your heart. Can't go wrong if you do that.
That's what I'm talking about.
What if you have a slow
Come
heartbeat?
On. Time to shimmy and shake in the name of fun.
And I'm not joking about people with, what's it called? Heart arrhythmia? I'm joking about something else, and if you don't know what that is, then ask me in the comments, and I'll tell you.
How about another lesson?
I'm not opening that can of worms
Nothing
here.
too tough. Just a quick, easy session.
I promise. My next lesson will be much more enjoyable.
Alright. That was a support conversation between Pandreo and Seadoll for sure. Alright, cross Pandreo off the list. Oh boy, are we getting downtown, y'all. Oh my god. Okay, so Saphir is getting down there, but how's Alcrest? Yeesh. What about Seadoll? Okay, Lapis? Okay, Gold Mary? We can wrap up Gold Mary. Yeah, let's wrap up Gold Mary. Gold Mary and the Boosh, A. Is anyone gonna challenge her? Someone challenge this woman, I swear to God.
Is that you, Gold Mary? Oh, why are you sitting here in the dark?
It's evening.
Oh, hello, Boucheron. I've made meals for just about everyone now, and I've barely gotten any praise at all. They all said I was asking for too much. So now I feel like giving up.
Poor you. Those guys have a lot to learn.
What the fuck? You're doing the opposite of challenge her.
You think so?
They don't understand how demanding you are. You're practically a world champion at it.
Oh, maybe.
Me, though, I'm used to it by now. I even think it's kind of cute.
What are we doing?
Boucheron, I'm so glad.
What are we doing?
Being demanding is just your way of being charming. And so long as I think so, well, who cares what anyone else thinks?
Oh, thank you. I feel so much better. And now that my smile is worth 1,000,000 gold again, I'll have to pay you back in cooking.
Cooking?
That's right. I'm going to make you a regular lunch from now on.
You mean right now?
Don't worry. I won't make you shower me endlessly with praise. You've already given me enough of that to last a lifetime. So from now on, all you need to do is relax and enjoy what I make for you.
I wouldn't mind handing out more compliments if it means making you happy.
What is this?
Really? You mean it?
This feels like a Three Houses support. This feels like ship
wrong?
bait.
I hope you don't mind a little extra salt. You're just so kind. I couldn't hold back my tears.
Tears? Oh no.
This feels exactly like a Three Houses support.
Just hearing the word makes me want to cry.
Oh, you're such a sensitive person. I admire that about you, Boucheron. It's very charming. I'll get to the cooking. I can't wait to hear everything you have to say about it.
You cook up more food, I'll cook up more praise, and we'll both come out ahead.
What the fuck? I mean, I feel like at this point I kind of understand what they're trying to do with Gold Mary's character, but she's definitely the most abrasive one in the cast, for fuck's sake. Alright, Gold Mary and Hortensia, eh?
Do you remember the first time we met?
The very first time?
Wasn't that at the school?
Well, I'd skipped some grades,
Yeah.
which got me into the advanced class.
It was well before that.
Wait, it was?
Yes, before the advanced class. I'd accidentally wandered into a skirmish between Brodian and Elusian forces. The whole town quickly became a battlefield, with me caught in the middle. I was terrified. It was you who got me out of there. You saved me.
Oh, I remember that day. We'd gotten reports of Brodia's surprise attack. I went to check on the troops. There was a lone girl who'd gotten left behind. That was you?
Isn't Gold Mary 5 years older than you? How long ago was this?
It was. I was about to be cut down by a Brodian soldier, but you protected me with magic.
I'm sorry?
You pulled me onto your Pegasus, flew me to safety, and left. Didn't even give me your name. Imagine my surprise when we met for the second time in the Academy's advanced class.
Why have you never mentioned this before?
I was embarrassed. I bring it up now because I want you to know how deeply I respect you.
Thank you. That really means a lot. I'm glad you told me, and for what it's worth, I really respect you too. You put your life on the line to keep me safe. I couldn't ask for a better friend. It doesn't hurt that you're adorable either. Just being near you makes me look good.
With your ridiculous color
You're
palette? Sure.
absolutely right.
Should I take that to mean you won't be leaving my side anytime soon?
Of course. I'm your retainer after all, aren't I? More than that, Hortensia. I'm your friend. I will do anything I can to support you.
Alright. That was something. It feels like these four, so far, coincidentally just happen to be like Gold Mary's actual character, but alright. Gold Mary and Lapis, eh?
Hello, Gold Mary. I made lunch. Hope you brought an appetite.
These look delicious. What are they?
They're yam dumplings, made with yams from my village. Go on, eat up.
What even are yams? I've never had one.
I've never heard of them before. I hope they taste as good as they look. My goodness.
Wee woo.
Oh,
I think it's been a
wonderful.
while since we've got that on recording.
I didn't expect them to be so intensely sweet.
That's all from the yams. I didn't use sugar.
I hope you don't mind if I help myself to the rest.
The rest?
By all means. I'm sure my parents would be glad you're enjoying their yams so much.
Are they farmers?
The land isn't fertile though, so they're pretty poor. And bears are always roaming around, so we'd have to hunt them down and eat them.
That explains how you came to know so much about handling that bear situation.
I learned a lot from dealing with those bears. Above all, I learned how to fight. Then I entered Brodia's fighting tourney, my ticket out of poverty.
Oh, they had one for Alchrist also? Huh.
By winning the tourney, I earned a spot as Prince Alchrist's retainer.
So you won the tournament. Was Citrine in the finals, or was she just appointed because she's Alchrist's cousin?
So, you might say I have bears to thank for my success.
Huh.
No one in the tourney held a candle to them, after all.
They do set a high bar.
And now,
You
you
can
might
say
say
hi,
I
bear.
have those bears to thank for my friendship with you.
You're right. And I'm very glad for that.
Bears did a lot for Lapis.
I
then,
don't
huh?
often let my guard down around people, but I feel like I can be myself around you. If it's all right, I'd like it if we could spend time together more often.
I'd love that.
Great. You and I can chat about all the aspects of village life the big city folks can't understand.
Sounds like a plan. It's nice to have a friend from the country, even if it's a different country's country.
Alright, that was sweet. And the last Gold Mary one, Gold Mary and Saphir A.
The cook-off was a delight, Saphir.
Oh, right, this.
I'm actually proud to say we were evenly matched.
Yeah, it was great. Can't complain about a tie with a skilled chef like you. Tight as the competition was, though, that wasn't the best part. That honor goes to all the smiling faces we got to feed.
I have to agree. The crowd seemed to be so worn down before we got started.
Crowd?
But by the time we were finished, they were completely revitalized.
Yeah, we did a good thing.
I have to say, Saphir, the way you handled our contest truly moved me.
How so?
The only reason I was able to cook at all was because you shared your catch with me. If not for your generosity, I would have been a laughingstock. And even though you could have humiliated me, you didn't say another word about it.
Are you kidding? I could say the same thing about you, you know.
I don't see how.
Those herbs of yours were a key ingredient in my dish. I couldn't have made it without them. You didn't say another word about that, did you? What's so funny?
It's just very unlike me to refrain from saying something. Normally, I'm the sort of person who would take credit for those herbs. But in this situation, well, I guess you could say I was inspired by your good deed.
That's really touching.
I'd love it if we could do this again. I don't mean as a competition. Let's just cook up another feast for people.
Sounds great. We should branch out from seafood next time, too. I'll be in unfamiliar territory, though, so you'll have to give me a few pointers.
I'll be happy to teach you a few tricks. Maybe then you'll be able to say I inspired you as well.
Cool, cool. Alright, that's it for Gold Mary. Christ, so we have a lot of characters done now. They don't all fit on one screen yet, though. Okay, so I think from that, we should only have 2 more Saphir ones, yeah. Alright, Saphir and Alchrist A.
Thank you for teaching me to cook, Saphir. Under your guidance, I managed to prepare a complete fish dinner.
Oh boy, do I hate making those at work.
When it's safe for Mother to return, I'll be able to welcome her back with a home-cooked meal.
I'm gonna not talk about the game for a moment and instead complain about one of my regulars at work. So I work in a grocery store deli slash carry-out cafe. We combined the departments because our store is fucking absolute state-sanctioned torture. And we sell fish dinners. And we have one guy. He never calls. He never calls. He always comes in and orders it himself. He'll ask for a fish dinner, and he will stand there and whistle the entire time we're working on it. So if we have to cook fish in the fryer, which takes about 8 minutes, motherfucker's standing there for close to 10 minutes whistling. That's how my brain feels. That's how my brain feels whenever I hear whistling. Like, it's literally red alert, I need to jam something into my fucking throat. A knife from the exterior, you know? Not down my throat, into. Knife, scissors, hot ladle, I don't fucking care. Something. I loathe, I abhor the sound of whistling. It fucks with my brain something awful. And all this guy does is whistle. I hate when any of our customers whistle, but that guy whistles so fucking much. It's not like it's super loud. If I stay relatively far from him, he's old. He's got the windpipes of a fucking plastic recorder with the volume of a of a, like, toy piano. But I digress. It's so fucking annoying. And I can't just go up to him and tell him, "Sir, I have sensory issues. You need to stop whistling or else I'm probably gonna commit suicide here." I can't just do that. Even though I wish I could. There's so many things I wish I could say to my customers, like, "Yeah, not a sir. Please don't call me sir. Sorry if it's an inconvenience, but I'm not a sir. Please don't call me that." But I haven't been getting sirred as much recently, so that's good. And Whistle Guy only shows up like once a month, but I digress. He's so fucking annoying. So, yeah, back to game.
My pleasure, really. I'm happy to pass on all the lessons my parents taught me. And I think they'd have loved to know their knowledge would benefit their prince someday. Come to think of it, I wish I could tell them about the time I got to cook for King Morian, too.
Did you? If he were still with us, I'm sure he'd help himself to several platefuls.
Sorry to bring up a sore subject.
It's all right. I can tell it's a fond memory. I'm happy that there are stories I've never heard from people who knew him. Saphir? What's the matter?
It hurts me too, losing him. When I stayed behind at Brodia Castle, I took it for granted he'd be back. Now every so often it hits me that I'll never see his face again. Best I can do is hold tight to the memory.
Sorry, I'm dusting near my microphone with my finger while paying attention.
I know exactly what you mean.
Affecting my microphone.
I'm sorry, Prince Elchrist. I know my sorrow is nothing compared to what you and Prince Diamant must feel.
Sorrow isn't something that should be measured or compared.
Yo!
I know you shared a special bond with my father as a royal soldier of Brodia. It's important that we all take time to grieve. I know I am. And I hope you will too.
Kind words.
We should prepare a plate for Father someday. We've yet to erect a headstone, but...
We need to strike the word erect from the English lexicon. There's no reason to use it anymore. It's too funny of a word.
I'm sure he'd appreciate a hearty meal left at his final resting place. He did love to eat, after all.
Great idea. Yeah, let's do it. Let's leave him a feast fit for a king.
Because that's what he was.
Thanks, Prince Elchrist. I feel better already.
Alright. And the final Saphir combo, Saphir and Linden A.
Now that is how you fillet a fish.
Back to fish.
I must say, you handle the fillet knife splendidly.
Linden.
It's quite something to see such a large fish gutted and cleaned in a matter of moments.
No, not really. Any kid growing up near the water can do the same by about 7.
I see.
PM or AM?
Saphir, about our last conversation.
Oh boy, serious mode.
Anyway, you've got perfect
Never
timing.
mind.
I was just about to sear this fish. Want to lend me your magic touch? Come on, do the honors.
I would be glad to, but...
Our earlier conversations weighing on you.
I'm afraid so. I cannot deny that I took part in the war that cost your parents their lives. I would understand completely if you held a grudge against me.
With all due respect, Linden, drop this before I lose my cool.
I'm sorry?
My problem isn't with you. It's with the war. If I held grudges against everyone involved, it'd never end. I've seen enough to understand that.
I suppose, but...
I mean it. You're not doing me any favors taking on that burden.
You're right. I see now that I was being entirely foolish.
Not entirely. You've shown you care. That means something. Now, are you gonna sear this fish for me or what? We've got hungry folks waiting.
Then there's no time to waste. No more apologies. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Alright. And that's it for Saphir. Da-da-da-da. Okay. So, then... Are we at the halfway point? How many characters do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're past the halfway point! Yay! We already were before Saphir, but I digress. Okay. So... yeah, we're really getting to the end. No to Zelkov yet. Nope. The Boosh. We could do the Boosh. Alcrest. Alcrest is Citrine, so that'd be a little rough. Hort has 5 still. Jesus Christ. Fogato's also got 5. Jesus. Mavier. Yeah, no. Linden. We could do Linden, but Tamara. We could absolutely do Tamara. Get her out of the way. Seedall has Citrine. Gregory, obviously not yet. Lapis. Citrine, obviously not yet. Nell. We could get 2 of hers. Zalessi, obviously not yet. Rafal. There's 2 here we could do. Vale. There's only 2. Clan, obviously not. Madeline, just Celestia. Okay. So I guess then we're gonna do the Boosh. Boucheron and Zelkov, A.
I've done it! I finally reached the cabin! Forest Sage, here I come!
Excellent. You have arrived. Welcome. I am the Forest Sage.
Huh? Is that Zelkov?
Ah, you have met my brother Zelkov. My real name is Kovzel. Nice to meet you.
I don't understand. What's going on?
As promised, here is your medicine. Go on, try it.
Okay. It's sweet. It tastes like, candy.
Correct. It is nothing more than a confection. Perhaps it will put a slight spring in your step. As for your sense of direction, you did reach this remote cabin with very little help. Perhaps that suggests something about the state of your abilities.
Oh, I got better without even realizing it.
Precisely. I had heard rumors of this weakness of yours. Correcting it seemed like a worthy project. That is how the Forest Sage came to be. I devised this stratagem to lead you here.
You went to a lot of trouble.
Elaborate pursuits are a passion of mine. At first, I thought I would simply train you in navigation, but that was much too simple. I required a more intricate plan, and so I devised this. I hope you enjoyed the experience.
You know what? I did. Thanks for putting all this together for me.
You are every bit the gentleman I had heard. Some would be angry about the deception.
Angry? Don't be silly.
I don't get angry. That goes against my character.
I really appreciated the Forest Sage. I even hoped we might be friends.
Why is that?
Well, I remembered that nice letter they left for me, and the blanket they covered me with. It was obvious how much they cared. In my mind, they seemed pretty swell.
I see.
There's just one problem. I doubt this has done anything for my sense of direction.
What? Why?
You're not the first person to coach me on how to correct my mistakes there. None of it's worked. That's why I really had my heart set on that medicine. But in the end, it was only sugar. Are you okay, Zelkov? Sorry about this. I know it must be disappointing.
Oh no, my friend. Quite the opposite. This proves to be a grander game than I had anticipated. I am excited to plot my next move.
Your next move? You mean to do it again?
Soon you will receive a missive from the Ocean Sage. I hope you will attend to their words.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. As you wish, O great sage Zelkov.
Jesus. Alright. Boucheron and Alchrist, A.
98, 99, 100.
I did it!
Did what?
You did it, Prince Alchrist! You hit 100!
Was this an exercising thing?
Wow, I can't believe it! I'm so happy!
I always knew you could. How do you feel? Think you've gained any muscle?
Yes, a little bit. If I flex here, I can feel the muscle tighten up.
That's called pain.
Wonderful! And does that help your confidence?
Not in the slightest.
Ah.
Oh.
I apologize, Boucheron. You wasted your precious time on a lost cause.
You really shouldn't talk like that.
I still can't compare to my brother Diamant. He's so incredible, and I'm so...
Where does this come from?
It's been that way since I was a kid. Or at least, that's what people have always told me.
Well, no wonder you don't have any confidence if that's what you've always heard. Look, Prince Alchrist, I'm not always so confident either.
Really? Even though you were blessed with an incredible physique?
My muscles are well developed, but inside, I'm a softie with a terrible sense of direction. You know what people used to call me? Big crybaby and wrong way strong.
Jesus.
I don't believe it.
There are some things I'm self-conscious about, but I still get by. Sometimes I wonder if there's anyone in the world with true unshakable confidence.
Then I met Goldmary.
I bet
and even
that
Prince wasn't
Diamant
true.
has his doubts about himself.
Even my brother. Such supportive words for a scrawny pipsqueak like me. I appreciate it.
Ah, think nothing of it. I'd do the same for any of my best students.
I believe it.
You should keep working out. I'd be happy to coach you anytime.
I will. Thank you, Coach Boucheron.
The honor is all mine, Prince Alchrist.
Alright, that was cool. 2 more for the Boucheron and Linden, A.
I baked cookies for us, Boucheron. With thunder, of course, as always. Now, eat up.
Oh, I can't wait. Hey, there's raisins in these. Yum.
Oh, I love oatmeal raisin cookies, Jesus.
Read any further in that book yet?
Oh, I finished it, actually.
Have you now? Well then, tell me everything.
Well, sure. After the wedding, Elle's life was simple but happy.
Oh.
The couple went through hard times, but they did it together and saw their children grow up. But just when the kids were all grown and they could enjoy their sunset years, Elle's wife passed. Elle never got to feed his wife the last pastry he baked for her. With a bolt of thunder.
Query about Linden.
There,
I
Boucheron.
vaguely remembered us.
I find myself crying as well today.
I realized when I got to that part, this story is about you, isn't it?
Indeed it is. L, of course, is my first initial.
But why is there a book about you?
I thought, before I joined my wife in the beyond, I'd record my life for posterity. But I was careless and lost the manuscript.
Oh, so you wrote this book? Well, now I'm sorry I read it without permission.
Nonsense. I'm genuinely glad that you picked it up and read the whole tale.
It was wonderfully written, for what it's worth.
Why don't we spend more time together? You can get to know me until my last pages.
It would be my pleasure.
Splendid! I'm in such a good mood that I think I might bake another batch of sweets. But lightning baking takes time, so why don't you tell me your story?
Let's see. Where to start? I guess with the day my parents met.
That's pretty far back, dude. Alright, and the final one for this episode, Boucheron and Lapis A.
Time for my afternoon tea.
Hey, Boucheron. I made a ton of snacks. Here, I bet it'll go great with your tea.
Well, that was nice of you. Hang on, though. What is that?
A snack.
This is your snack? A weed?
A weed?
Yeah.
Lapis, is that a weed? I'm calling the police!
I pulled weeds earlier and then cooked them up to give us treats. Doesn't everyone do that? Oh, come on. This isn't a universal thing either?
Afraid not.
Oh.
Lapis, be honest with me. Are you from a poor village?
Why'd you put it that way? A poor village?
What makes you say that?
It was getting increasingly obvious.
Oh, no. That's no good. I don't want anyone to know. Especially not him.
Who's him?
Him?
Forget I said anything. Please just don't tell anyone about this.
Lapis, this feels very behind your character arc. I don't know if that means the game ideally would want you to get this before you probably even start your supports with, like, Citrine or Rosado.
It's okay, Lapis. I'm not making fun of you, or anyone else who came from poverty. If anything, I'm inspired by the creativity it instilled in you.
Now you're just lying to make me feel better.
No, really. I've tried the watered-down milk and the fill-up-on-smells trick for myself.
Huh? And what did you think?
They weren't bad. I feel like I got a window into a whole different world.
Really?
Really? So I'd love to try your snacks. Wow, this flavor is unbelievable. My life is now divided into the time before I tried this and the glorious time after.
You know what, Boucheron?
That's a weird way of putting it, but okay.
You're a good guy. I mean that.
Why'd that sound sinister? You're a good guy. I mean that.
You're too kind. I'm just a guy who's all brawn and no brains.
If you're really interested, I could teach you some more customs from my village.
I'd love that. Hang on, though. Before that, we have to share your snack with the others.
Everyone?
Hey, everyone! We've got a special treat today. Line up for snack time.
Thanks, Boucheron. That means a lot to me.
I thought she was about to get embarrassed over that. Okay, whatever. Alright, that was sweet. Okay, crosses off another one on our list, so that means we should only have 18 peeps left. Oh boy. Okay. Who did I start with this episode? Right, Vander. So that means next time we could start with Clan, Citrine, Celestia, or Gregory. So we're really getting down there. We're probably going to start with Citrine, because she has so fucking many, including one from Clan, but whatever. We'll cover that base when we get there, because he's also got quite a few. He's got 5, but whatever. Or maybe we'll start with Clan. I don't know. We'll probably start with Clan. Either way, I probably don't have enough supports left to cover 4 episodes for each of these thumbnails, so I guess since I've put Zephia and Gregory, or I guess Zephia and Gris in thumbnails before, it's like the same thing as putting Celestia and Gregory. To an extent, I guess. I don't know. It's a little silly, but whatever. Either way, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button, and I should probably get off the screen. And if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye! Yeah!